The new movie X is now out playing in theaters right now, and this was on my most anticipated of the year for 2022. This was a movie I was actually really looking forward to, hence why it was on my most anticipated of the year. And before I go ahead and get into the specifics and the review, I'll just go ahead and let you know right now, it lived up to the expectations that I had myself. I loved this movie. A group of actors sets out to make an adult film in rural Texas under the noses of their recluse hosts. But when the elderly couple catches their young guests in the act, the cast finds themselves in a different fight for their lives. The film stars Mia Goth, Brittany Snow, Jenna Ortega, Kid Cudi, Martin Henderson. So for a lot of people, the talk of sex and porn and the imagery of sex, that is instantly going to turn a big group of people off from a movie like this once you tell them just the plot of, oh, they're making a porno and crazy things start to happen. As soon as they hear the word porno, people are already going to be either okay with the subject matter of that, or they're instantly going to be checked out and be repulsed that a movie like that even got made. And if you get past the part of them making a porn, the movie's more than about that. Really, any setting could have been why they were in Texas and why they stopped at that specific location to camp out for the night. Really, it could have been any setting. But really, out of like an hour and 45-minute movie, there's like 4 minutes of tits, honestly, and that sort of scenes. There's really not a lot of sexual stuff going on. There's sexual stuff going on within the movie, yes, but there's not as much sexual stuff as you would think when someone tells you the plot of they're making a porno. Really, they spend the beginning part of the movie setting up the scenes for them making the shots, and then when they get to the farm, there's a little quick 15-minute montage of them doing the scenes and then something else happening while the scenes are happening, and then they go back to the scene. So they don't even spend the full 10 or 15 minutes on that specific scene. So once you get past that, now we can dig into what this movie's really about, which is crazy old people, and who doesn't love crazy old people. It's hard to describe exactly what happens in this movie without giving away any spoilers, but really all you need to know is this movie really focuses on the older people more than I thought that it would, and I was okay with that because I'm not going to say they stole the show, because that to me goes to Kid Cudi, who I was actually surprised that he even was in a movie like this, because I've always seen him pop up here and there, but never in like a full supporting role like this. So he was a standout for me, surprising me. But those old people, the people they got cast as them, they really make the movie, to be honest. If you don't believe in them as a couple, that they would do such crazy actions like this, what you see on screen, the movie doesn't work. And while I was watching this movie, I don't know about everyone else, but I was definitely feeling inspired from other movies. The director from this movie, I feel like there was certain aspects pulled from Friday the 13th. There were certain aspects pulled from Halloween. There were certain aspects pulled from Evil Dead. It was just awesome, to be honest. Oh, The Shining. That was a big one that I saw. I mean, everyone's different, but I saw a lot of inspiration from The Shining in this also. And I loved that they took different aspects of different movies, it seemed like. Famous movies, memorable movies, and they were like, you know what, let's just subtly make a little nod like this. Let's make the scene a little bit similar like this. Let's make the music a little similar. And I really appreciated that. I did say that Kid Cudi really impressed me in this movie. I think that he, out of everyone, impressed me the most, but I would be a liar if I didn't sit here and tell you that I was not impressed with the role that Jenna Ortega did with Scream, the one that came out just a couple months ago. I was not a fan of the movie. Her performance did nothing for me. Going into this movie, I was hoping she was not going to be the main character just because of Scream, and she's really not the main character. She's there, but she's not the main focus of the movie, which I was really happy about. But other than one scene in the movie, I really did like her. The one scene in the movie, I was really annoyed by her, but that's what the character was meant to do in that particular scene, so it's not really on her. She was acting. Now, Brittany Snow, Pitch Perfect is a guilty pleasure. I love the Pitch Perfect movies, and that isn't the first time really that I had my eye on Brittany Snow. She's a great actress. She needs to be in way more stuff. But once again, got to go back to Kid Cudi. He took the whole show for me. He just gave a performance that I just wasn't really expecting from someone that I know more of a musical background from. Is this going to be the best horror movie of the year? Tough to say because it's still the beginning of the year. But is this movie going to go down as a memorable movie for me in 2022? I can safely say that yes, this movie lived up to my expectations, which are usually hard to do. I feel like at the end of the year, this movie, I'm still going to be remembering this movie, and I'm probably going to be purchasing this movie. This is a great movie, fun little horror movie. If you can get past the idea of sex and porn, if you can get past that, it's really creepy, and it can be intense. And you know what? It can be funny at times. I was not expecting that. This movie knows how to lighten the tension, because it can get really tense really quick, and then they'll just hit you with something not slapstick or anything on the side of Marvel like what they will do in a scene that has tension in it, but very subtly they'll throw comedy in there. So, are you going to check out X, or is this a movie that just from the premise is just not going to be for you? Hope you enjoyed this review, and before I go, I made my family disappear.
Star Wars,